Hey, this is Matt once again. What about some videos? There's a paid request from Mikey. Thank you so much for that. For those interested in requesting any type of videos, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And this is pretty much... He wanted me to do a comparison to two video game movies. Silent Hill from 2006 and Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City, which I swear to God, it made me want to spit as soon as I said those words. I'm not a fan of either movie, but even I can say, yes, the Silent Hill film is much, much better than that Resident Evil film. Because I do have issues with both. I do. I got issues with both movies. The issues I have with Silent Hill movie is I'm such a big fan of the first game. I hate the changes they made. Yes, I hate the fact that they changed the character from a man to a woman. Just like, what's wrong with the guy? Like, why can't he? I mean, I didn't like that. I thought it was just an arbitrary reason to do so. And the reason they give, I think that's what it was. It was more insulting. The reason they give is because, well, someone looking for their daughter, like, that's why I'm babbling. The director said that this character had feminine qualities. Looking for your daughter is feminine qualities? He fainted. He got dizzy because the Silent Hill world makes you dizzy when you go in between worlds. It's not feminine. And that's why I was pausing, because I'm trying to put that into my mouth. That's what she said. And spit it out. That's what she said again. And just flabbergasted at the reasoning behind that. Stupid. And then he wants to do another one. That's why I have no hope for it. And then, like, the film is too long. It's over 2 hours long. And what they change from the game in terms of, oh, let's have Pyramid Head in this, which there's a reason why he's in Silent Hill 2. There's a very good psychological reason why he's in Silent Hill 2. And they just plug in villains from the second game into the first movie. And Silent Hill is supposed to be about this solitary, you're in this ghost town, there's nobody around, or barely anybody, but now there's like 50 people and a whole council of people, and that takes away from the isolation, which would create much more of a dread of fear in Silent Hill. But here, when there's like 50, 80 people running around, you kind of lose that. So while I think some of the dialogue is pretty awful, while I don't like how they don't stick with the game itself. There's a lot of good moments in that game. Like the TV screens, they show the daughter. That's a very creepy, or the phone call. There's some really creepy elements from the game that they did not use that I don't know why. Again, it should have been much more of an isolated affair. Just a handful of characters, that's it. Create a sense of dread, isolation, moments of quiet, then you hear a noise. A lot more suspense you get from that. And instead it turns to Hellraiser at the end. I'm like, this is Silent Hill? That ain't the first game. Despite all those problems I said, it's still miles better than Welcome to Raccoon City, which has garbage CGI, garbage special effects, all the characters suck. It screws up more characters. Chris Redfield is bland. I think the actor was fine, but they made him such a bland, forgettable character that did nothing. Leon Kennedy, they just character assassinated him, which is so egregious, making him this goofball douche who shot his partner in the ass and did all this other stupid stuff. What was it? They shot like toys at him in the beginning, and he was like a goofball, stupid, idiot, moronic comic relief that didn't know what he was doing. And I don't know what I'm doing. Did you get your badge at the bottom of a cereal box? goofball horseshit. It just, that movie was just pathetic. And that tried to put two games into one movie, Resident Evil and Resident Evil 2, and it was just so piss poorly edited in terms of the way it's. Silent Hill's pacing at times is too slow, and you didn't need the whole Sean Bean, which I know that was added after the fact. I don't think it's what the director wanted, but the studio wanted. But still, the way the film is, you could take all that out, and it just makes it slow down the film. Here, it's like trying to go so fast to get to this that you bypass most of anything and everything, and so nothing really matters. Nothing really. You don't give a shit about anything. But at least Silent Hill, I could say, looks better cinematography wise. The director did capture the essence of Silent Hill. That's why I can understand why people like the film, because certain camera shots, using the original music from Silent Hill, which is a great piece of music, great score. The way the director showcases some camera work, the way he incorporates some elements of the game, like the map, looking at the streets when she's looking for her kid, and the music. Granted, in the game, I think it was snow. Here they make it ash, but just the way it looks, visually looks. The cinematography, the music, the creatures, mostly practical. They definitely had a bigger budget, and the creatures, when you see them, look really good. Pyramid Head, the thing in the bathroom, they looked really good. I mean, the little creatures that are CGI, but that's 2006, and that CG still looks better. It doesn't look great, but it still looks better than the CG in Raccoon City, and that was what, 2022, 2021? And the CG in Silent Hill still looks better. So you compare the two, Silent Hill has better music, it's got better cinematography, it's got better looking monsters, has better, more practical done with creatures. I don't think there's one single creature done practically in Welcome to Raccoon City. But in Silent Hill, there's decent amount. I see the effort in Silent Hill 2006, but I feel it's a bit misguided. I don't see any effort in Welcome to Raccoon City. I think this director is high on his own supply if he thinks he was doing the game justice. I have no money. If you have no money, and then say, you know what, let's just do the first movie. Let's just do the first game as a movie, and it take place in one mansion. There, save you money. If you're worried about money, then don't try to do two games in one movie. Just saying. But again, like I said, as I mentioned, the music, the effects, the cinematography, and the acting. At least Rhoda Mitchell. Granted, they swapped the gender of the main character, which I don't think was needed. But Rhoda Mitchell's a good actress, whether it be in Pitch Black. What was that one? Rogue, which was a killer, the crocodile movie. She's a very competent actress, and she does as good of a job as she can with that type of role, which is more to say for anybody in Welcome to Raccoon City. Like I said, the Silent Hill, I could see the effort. The nurses, that whole scene where it's supposed to be from sound and she's got to maneuver around them. Again, not that close to the Silent Hill game, and the first one, I should say. I mean, there were nurses, but these nurses are more like the nurses of Silent Hill 2. It felt like the director wanted to do Silent Hill 2, but then said, "Oh well, let's just use the story in Silent Hill 1." So like some of that's what annoys me as a fan. But here's the thing: even if you never played the games, I think if you never played the games, you would like Silent Hill more on its own movie, on its own merits. Because a lot of stuff I'm talking about is stuff that is in comparison to the first game that I played over and over and over again. But as a film in itself, again, I think people could enjoy the creepy mood and atmosphere the director is maintaining. I would say that the first half of the film is, in particular, does that. Using music, the music, the look. What Raccoon City, it doesn't work on any level. There is no mood or atmosphere. There's a lack of action. There's a lack of gore. Not much in terms of special effects worth a shit. You get lackluster, one-dimensional, lousy characters, which were utilized a lot better in the games. Again, you make Leon a joke. I guess I should be happy they didn't take this character and make it into a joke. He's just not in it at all, but I guess would I rather see that, or I guess I'd rather see that than take him and make him into a bumbling goof like Leon Kennedy, which that was egregious and pathetic. And it's like they have a police station, but they barely do anything with the police station. They have a mansion, but they barely, other than a couple little zombies here and there, one scene is in the dark, so you can barely see anything. It's like you have a little bit of the mansion, but they barely do anything with it. You have a little bit of the police station, but they barely do anything with it. They add stupid stuff, like that creature from the Resident Evil 1 remake, who's like friends with Claire. But then, why is she wandering around? How come she was left behind? Why is she just hanging around there after all these years? How come no one noticed her? No one found her? Does she even eat? Does she need to eat? Does she take a piss? Does she need to get laid? Whatever. Like, what is her deal? Why does she care so much about Claire? A lot of things make a lot less sense in that movie. And this, even though Silent Hill ending reminds me of Hellraiser, it's still a big, bloody ending with people being ripped to shreds and ripped in half and blood painting the walls and people dancing in bloody rain. In Welcome to Raccoon City, I've seen direct-to-video films have bigger endings. Carnosaur 3, I've seen other movies have bigger endings. It's like, here's a cheap-looking train car, and here's a really awful-looking CG monster. Here's a guy with a rocket that would have killed everybody, and the rocket came out of his ass, I guess. And it just it looked cheap. It felt like a cash grab. I don't think there was any heart to it. Just an awful damn movie, Welcome to Raccoon City. Silent Hill at times is more frustrating because there's some really good parts to it, but I wish he had done this, this, and this. But it is a better made film. It is a looks better, sounds better. At least with Rhoda Mitchell, acted better. I'm going to repeat. I see the effort more put into Silent Hill. Welcome to Raccoon City is a pathetic waste of space. It's a puddle of piss. It's a puddle of fucking piss. At least that's the way I looked at it. But with that said, thanks for watching. Take care, everyone. And we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye for now.